Well, congratulations. You've made it to short number 100. This is where we take time to look at the forest and not the trees. So these are the journaling books I'm using from Crossway, Pentateuch, Prophets, History, and Poetry. And the noble part would be to know these before you read the New Testament. This has a series of slides that teaches the entire Hebrew narrative. The unseen realm, Deuteronomy 32, worldview, divine counsel, a remnant that's going to make it through to the very end based on God's word and character, a rejection of a Messiah, a resurrection of Yeshua through the incarnation, reconciliation. The first 50 videos, shorts, were really about the grafted in position right here. So Noble is taking the Old Testament and making sure we understand the New Testament in light of the Old Testament. And then the grafted in is just basically saying we're no longer alienated from Israel, no longer strangers to the covenants of promise. The reality is the surrounding nations are Islamic, and I would recommend the Quran Dilemma for anybody that's dealing with Islam. A restrainer must be removed. We did talk about this a little bit in the last 50. That is going to be Michael the Archangel, where we're going to Daniel, where Jesus told us to look. It's going to be regional issues based on the land. We did look at 1 Chronicles 16. This is what the Gentiles were strangers to the covenants of promise. A return, we spent a great deal of time looking at the day of the Lord, day of the Lord's wrath. The first trimester, the second trimester is all here. The third trimester, the deliverance of a nation in one day, national redemption. In the future, we'll look at recompense, refugees, the regathering of Israel, the reuniting of Israel, the restoration of Israel, where the Redeemer reigns in Zion with those who have been recorded in the Lamb's Book of Life. So, noble means to know the Old Testament, the Hebrew narrative, so well that you can find it in the New Testament. And with that, remember, in the last 50 videos, we've really only been working from the reality, not even really the reality, the beginning of birth pains, the second trimester, and then the deliverance of a nation, who ever heard of such a thing, born in one day.